It's time for Ryan's Roses. It's time for Ryan's Not Roses. We're not going to give away roses. We're going to do a vacation pack. But here is the email that comes to us from Peter in Highland Park. It says, Dear Ryan and Sissany, I don't know if you ever call wives, but I really need your help. My wife has been going out with work friends a lot ever since she got a promotion. She has so many good-looking guys at work around her all the time. To be honest, sometimes it makes me wonder if any of those guys have asked her out. So he feels threatened by the guys at her work. He says, my wife is beautiful, and the way she's acting worries me. Now, we don't have a lot of details, so let's try and get Peter on the line.
Okay.
Hi, Peter.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, buddy?
I'm okay.
How long have you been married to your wife?
Gosh, 7 years now.
And I just read the email to Sissany and to everybody, so we know that there is concern about some of these guys at work. Has there been anything other than her strange behavior or just the fact that this is in your head? Have you found anything material that may lead you to think she's actually cheating?
No, I haven't found any material, but it's one of those things where it's kind of like an intuition thing. I feel it, and I don't know if I'm just being paranoid because of her behavior. I haven't seen anything like emails.
What has caused you to be threatened by these guys at work? What's the real deal with them?
Honestly, they're like studs, man. They're really good-looking guys. They're successful. And she works in a professional. She's a banker. She works at a bank, and she just got a promotion. She's successful too, and that's one of the things that attracts me to her. But
of course, but you've got. I mean, forget about us. Forget about the call.
Yeah, don't you trust her?
Yeah, you've got to be confident in your relationship, man.
I do trust her, but I've been burned before, and so I know how you can trust somebody and have that come out of left field. So I think maybe that's kind of playing into it as well.
All right, we're going to do this, and we don't do it often. We're happy to do it anytime for any guy ever. Matter of fact, we should balance this out a little bit, guys, if it's going on in your life. But we're going to come back and try and call your wife, okay?
Okay.
Peter,
yeah.
We're going to call your wife now, and we're going to offer her a vacation weekend instead of roses, okay?
Sounds good.
And we'll see how it goes. Now, Sissany, she thinks she knows how this is going to work, so I'm going to trust her on this one. So, is this the first time you've called a wife, Sissany?
I think it is, yeah.
All right, this is all on you. So what we need to do now is get your permission, Peter, for us to call your wife. So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever her name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Great. All right. Good luck, my friend. We'll try and find out what's going on, all right?
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, is this Julie?
This is she.
Hi, this is Beverly. I'm calling from Spontaneous Destinations. We're giving away some free stays at some of our newest couples resorts. Are you interested in a free trip? They're absolutely free. I don't need any credit card information from you, any billing info.
Peter, are you on the other line?
Yeah. Hello?
Julie, it's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. Your husband is feeling threatened by some guys at work and is concerned that maybe something is going on. He asked us to call you. So, Peter, why don't you tell your wife what's causing this problem?
All right, Jewel. Well, you know my past, and you know that I've kind of had things like this happen before. And to be perfectly honest, like when I see a pattern start like this, it kind of continues to. I just feel like you drifting. You know what I mean? Like, and I've been to plenty of banks. I don't know how many mixers you have to do after a banking day. I've never even heard of that. You're not in sales.
Peter, what is your past that you refer to?
I had someone leave me for somebody else, and she knows that.
But not your wife. Yeah, but not your wife, not someone who you married, who you love.
I mean, look, I don't know much about either of you, but you need to realize that you got to have trust in this relationship. You know, just because something happened in the past doesn't mean that everybody in your life, your only wife, is going to do it to you. You know, you can't let that fester, and you can't let that become something that makes an issue that's not an issue with your wife. So, Julie, let me ask you: are you cheating on your husband?
No.
So how do we
Absolutely not.
then take it down a notch, and so that there's trust and confidence? What's your suggestion?
there's no reason for him not to trust me. Plus, he's seen the people that I work with. Not anyone I would ever cheat with if I were to cheat, which I'm not.
Right. Okay, Peter, we're going to let you and your wife work this out together. I hope that you can have a peaceful relationship and get up every day and know that she's all about you and she's hopefully thinking of you all the time. And Julie, to the extent you can help him with that, it'd be great.
Yeah, you can include him a little bit more, Julie.
All right?
Yeah, honestly, that's it.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Right.